Good morning, students. I am Dr. A. Radhakrishnan, Assistant Professor of Commerce, PG and Research Department of Commerce, St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Cuddalore. Today, discuss the subject Business Law, the third BCom, the unit number 3, the Special Contract, at the heading of Bailment. So, the bailment definition, the contract of bailment, section 148 defines bailment as the delivery of goods by one person to another for some purpose, upon a contract that they shall, when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed of according to the directions of the persons delivering them. The person should delivering the goods is called the BAILOR, and the person to whom they are delivered is called the BAILEE. The contract of bailment, the content of bailment or features of bailment. First one is the contract. A bailment is usually created by agreement between the BAILOR and the BAILEE. The agreement may be expressed or implied. In certain exceptional cases, bailment is implied by a law as between a finder of goods and the owner. Number 2, the delivery of possession. A bailment necessarily involves delivery of possession of goods by BAILOR to BAILEE. The basic features of possess, sinners control, and action to excel others. As such, more custody of goods does not create relationship of BAILOR and BAILEE. And third one, for some purpose. The delivery of goods from BAILOR to BAILEE must be for some purpose. If goods are delivered by mistake to a person, there is no bailment. Fourth one, return of specific goods. It is agreed between the BAILOR and the BAILEE, so as soon as the purpose is achieved, the goods shall be returned or disposed of according to the directions of the BAILOR. If the goods are not to be specifically returned, there is no bailment, but there is a bailment even if the goods bailed or in the meantime alert it firm. Example, when a piece of cloth is situated into a chute. Then the duties of BAILOR: to disclose known fault. It is the first and foremost duty of the BAILOR to disclose the known fault about the goods bailed to the BAILEE. If he does not make such disclosure, he is responsible for any damage caused to the BAILEE directly from such fault. And number 2, the duties: to bear extraordinary expenses of bailment. The BAILEE is bound to bear ordinary and reasonable expenses of the bailment, but for any extraordinary expenses, the BAILOR is responsible. And third, to indemnify for loss in case of premature termination of graduate bailment. A graduate bailment can be terminated by the BAILOR at any even though the bailment was for a specified time or purpose, but in such a case, the loss according to the BAILEE from such a premature termination should not exceed the benefit he has derived out of the bailment. Number 4, they has received back the goods. It is the duty of the BAILOR to receive back the goods when the BAILEE returns them after the expiry of the term of the bailment, or when the purpose for which bailment was created has been accomplished, if the BAILOR refuses to receive back the goods. The bailee is entitled to receive compensation from the bailor for the necessary expenses of custody. Number 5. To indemnify the bailee, where the title of the bailor to the goods is defective and the bailee suffers as a consequence, the bailor is responsible to the bailee for any loss which the bailee may sustain by reasons that the bailor was not entitled to make bailment or to receive back the goods or to give direction respecting them. Rights of bailor. The rights of bailor. First point, enforcement of rights. The bailor can enforce by suit all the liabilities or duties of the bailee as his rights. Avoidance of contract. The bailor can terminate the bailment of if the bailee does, with regards to the goods bailed, act any act which is inconsistent with the terms of the bailment. Return of goods lent gratuitously. When the goods are lent gratuitously, the bailor can demand their return whenever he pleases, even though he lent them for specified time or purpose. And fourth one, compensation from the wrongdoer. If that person wrongfully deprives the bailee of those or possession of the goods bailed or does them any injury, the bailor or the bailee may bring a suit against the third person for such deprivation or injury. And duties of bailee. To take reasonable care of the goods. In all cases of bailment, the bailee is bound to take much care of the goods bailed to him as a man of the ordinary prudence would under similar circumstances. Take of his own goods of the same bulk, quality, and the value as the goods bailed. Section 151. The ounce of the proof is the bailee to show that there has been no negligence when he fails to return the goods or return them in damaged condition, and that the loss or damage accrued in spite of the fact that he take reasonable care of them. And number 2, not to set up an adverse title. Section 117 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872, the bailee must shoot the goods on behalf of and for the bailier. They cannot deny the rights of the bailor by the goods and receive them back. And number 3, to return any ascertained to the goods. In the absence of any contract to the contrary, the bailee is bound to deliver to the bailor, or according to his direction, any increase or profit which may have accrued from the goods bailed. And fourth, the return the goods. It is the duty of the return or deliver according to the bailor's direction the goods bailed without demand as soon as the time for which they were bailed has expired, other purpose for which they were rebailed has been completed. Section 160. And the rights of bailee. Deliver of goods. 1. Several joint bailees goods. Number 2. Deliver of goods and bailor without title. Right to apply to current stop delivery. And fourth one is right of action against transferors. And fifth one, bailees is lien. So that's over for what is meaning of bailment and rights and duties of bailor, bailee. Thank you. We'll discuss in tomorrow. Thank you, students.